She pressed 7, but the elevator went to 6.5. It's a foggy night in New York City. A lone woman named Alina waits in the elevator for her floor. She's 31, works the night shift as a nurse, and is exhausted. All she wants to do is get to her apartment on the 7th floor and sleep. But when the elevator reaches the 7th floor, it doesn't stop. It goes right by her floor and keeps going up. What the hell? Alina steps out of the elevator on what seems to be an unfinished floor. There are tools and building materials here. There shouldn't be anyone else up here. Alina thought maybe the power was out on her floor, so she started to walk towards the stairwell to get some fresh air, but then she heard a voice. Coming from inside one of the walls, a disembodied voice says, "Don't go there." Alina froze. She slowly turned her head towards the voice and asked, "Who's there?" The voice responded, "You shouldn't be up here. You shouldn't be here at all." Suddenly, the elevator doors opened and a man stepped out. He looked at Alina and said, "You're not supposed to be here." Then he disappeared into the darkness. Who was that guy? Where did he go? And why are they trying to keep her from going to her floor? Alina decides to head back to the elevator. Maybe whoever this guy was has some answers for her. She steps inside and presses the button for the 7th floor. When the elevator reaches the 7th floor, Alina steps out and enters her apartment. As she closes the door behind her, she looks through the peephole to see if she can spot the strange man downstairs. She doesn't see him, but she does notice something very strange. The reflection of the hallway behind her shows a pair of feet walking away from her apartment door. But when she opens the door, she sees no one. The apartment is empty. Where are the mysterious voices coming from? Why won't they let her go home? What does it mean? Suddenly, Alina hears footsteps behind her. She turns around to see a person standing in her doorway. Startled, she asks, "Who are you?" The figure doesn't respond. Instead, it takes a step forward. Alina screams and runs to hide under her desk. The elevator starts to make its way back down the shaft. On the 6th floor, the doors open and the same man from before steps out. He looks around and notices the elevator car swaying slightly. What the hell? He reaches for the button to call maintenance, but before he can press it, the elevator begins to move back up. The man looks terrified as the elevator goes back to the 7th floor. When the doors open, he sees the woman standing there. She motions for him to come over. What is she doing? Does she need help? He cautiously approaches her and she asks, "Can you see that?" She points to the floor above them. "There's another floor above us," she says. The man looks confused. "What?" He looks up and sees an unfinished floor above them. He thinks to himself, how is there another floor above the 7th floor? The woman smiles and says, "I knew you could see it too." Before the man can respond, the elevator begins to move again. This time it goes up to the mysterious floor above the 7th floor. The doors open and the two step out onto the unfinished floor. They look around and see a dark, narrow hallway stretching out before them. The hallway seems to be the only exit. "Do you want to know what's at the end of the hallway?" the woman asks. The man nods. "Then let's go find out together," she says with a sinister smile. The man and the woman begin walking down the hallway. The elevator starts to move again, this time going back down to the 6th floor. The doors open and close. The man and the woman continue to walk down the hallway. The elevator makes its way back up to the 7th floor. But when the doors open, no one is there. Only the echoing sound of footsteps can be heard as they disappear down the hallway. If this story stuck with you, drop a like and follow before it skips your floor next.